It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the Panthers star linebacker. He picked up a sack last week as part of an 8-tackle game. It's the Panthers and the Bengals, next on Madden Football.
From the home of the 2021 AFC champs, there's a look inside newly named Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. Dancing pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 40-yard line. Azeez Ojulari in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here come the Bengals now to take over. Bringing this crew out, it's someone known for his big arm since he entered the league back in 2016, Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Bengals at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Brissett. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. To throw, Brissett. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. That's swung out to Mostert. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, Brissett. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Taken in at the 3. Deep in his own toss up the foot. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. Score, kickoff, fumble, take back to the 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 4-0 score lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it into the zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the as the kicks away following that fumble return. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. 4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Weeks where just how good is this team? They want to be consistent and consistently inconsistent, which is what thus far. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them so far. A much first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig at it.
On first down, Lawrence to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A pause here for an injured player, and this would be an important one. In some discomfort on the field right now. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hand on. A beautiful fake. And some room to maneuver. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush down the side like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Here's Lawrence. And he's got his man in complete. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it will be second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He's good in, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Derrick Henry, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better lanes, better opportunities for the field, one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's not an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion that's putting him with spin. Third and short, yard set. Well, yes, he's got back there on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third blitz was the hurry, and there's a completion, got the job done for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First and the second is going to get him. Stop it. Set. And incomplete deep ball. And them up with something down. There's it down. Daniil, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on
Guys, here, and you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you got to have the clock running, get rid of the ball.
Questioning with the football there. They'll call this a 41-yard turn. Now Lawrence. And they will not get the connections. Incomplete. Again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. They'll need 5 on this play to move the stick. Now Lawrence to throw. Open man is got it. Complete. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards.
This is what made the West Coast all around the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So now the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Henry up the middle, and he'll power ahead for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Lawrence to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 3rd down, Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was we're never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of the game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and 1st downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll do it for the 1st quarter of play. We are in for a good one. We're through 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. Blankenship out to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Flushed out right. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Brissett. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A first down throw for Brissett. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll run right side with Mostert. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Henry. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Draw play, this is Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On play action, Lawrence. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Lawrence will throw. And he He's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brissett. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that is incomplete. The 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 8 yards. Play action. It's Lawrence. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Azeez Ojulari. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Ball start.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Brissett. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett got his man complete over the middle. That's more. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd down, Brissett under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Here's Brissett. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Brissett sets to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Brissett on first down. And this one's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw, Brissett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Brissett. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They lead things here as they start 1st and 10, trying to get rid of that bad taste in their mouth from the loss last week to the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Lawrence. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. On On 2nd and inches, Lawrence. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here on target to Hurst. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Lawrence going to throw again. He's got Lewis. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Running from the gun with Henry. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Henry. Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And out of bounds right around the 20. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this one too low.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So it was a 3-point lead at half. They double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Once again, it's Mostert. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Big A-Sean Robinson has made a career of this. Another tackle for loss.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Out of the gun, Brissett. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd.
Brissett now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing. They shut that one down with little gain.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Lawrence. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. Now Lawrence. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the 1st. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Sam Hubbard just continues to quietly produce for the Bengals. He plays to run, but he can also rush the passer, and had 7.5 sacks in 2021.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. On play action, Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Lawrence. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, Those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Lawrence to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. From the 39, Lawrence. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Azeez Ojulari able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 15. Lawrence. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Rodrigo Blankenship with an important one. This to make it a 2-score game. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. 1st down, Brissett. Out left to Anderson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Brissett on 1st down. That swung out to Mostert. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. They go play action with Brissett. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Ball start, offense.
They accept the penalty. course and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Into the air once more, it's Brissett. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Brissett. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On 3rd down, Brissett. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Rolling to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Linval Joseph breaking free and dropping it.
It's a little hard for me to compute because I watched it happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the 36, Brissett finding more on the out route for the completion. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in the half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. He'll find a man over the middle. 2-2 Atwell. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
That's a gain of 10. Makes it 3rd and 12.
Brissett sets to throw it. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
Play fake, Brissett. This one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Brissett again, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Brissett. And that will be incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll move him back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway. From
a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Amari Barno in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's the Panthers punter now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And here's Rodgers on the return. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So now the Bengals down by 6. A minute 50 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Now Brissett. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Brissett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now Brissett. To the right side, incomplete to Atwell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's Brissett. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. Brissett looks to throw. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Brissett's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Fourth down, Brissett. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. Now the try here for the extra point. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And they have got the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown from the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt it in, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Cincinnati, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.